Okay, how do we overcome the doubt? What is the source of the doubt? If you know the source, you know how to counter that doubt. The source of the doubt is your companion, your jinn companion. Your jinn companion is lagging behind. Slightly, usually slightly behind you. You come, you look at the evidence, you look at the circumstances, and as a human being you make a decision, I believe. But your companion is behind, and he will raise those questions. And the way to counter those doubts is to counter with questions. You must have this debate going on in your head with your companion. Ask him or her questions. Like, what does Rashad advocate? What is he advocating? And debate it with your companion, your jinn. We are all advocating the worship of God alone, upholding the word of God alone. You can't go wrong. The Quran repeats that the only unforgivable offense in the Quran is idol worship. Therefore, we run from idol worship as fast as we can. And we have come to the pure worship of God alone. We know that only God possesses all power. We know that. Nobody else possesses any power. And it's between you and God. God will heal you. God will provide for you. God will make you content and happy. Surah 54. God is the one who controls your happiness or misery. God is the one who controls your income. God is the one who makes you rich or poor. وَأَنَّهُ هُوَ أَغْنَى وَأَقْنَى. God is the only one who makes you rich or poor. Nobody else. Not the lottery, not the person who hires you for a job. Nobody. We know that. This is what we advocate. So ask your jinn companion that question. What is Rashad advocating? Ask him, is this wrong? What we're doing, is it wrong? To worship God alone? To uphold the word of God alone? Should we go to the words of men? And the Quran prohibits that. I think I shared with you that great miracle of the word alone. The word alone happens in the Quran 6 times. 5 of them refer to God. Worship God alone. And 1 of them refers to the Quran. And the Sunnis and Shi'is and the other sects claim that alone in Surah 17:45 refers to God alone in the Quran. It says when you preach God alone in the Quran, they run away in aversion, which is they take the word alone and put it after God instead of after the Quran. What it says really is when you preach God using the Quran alone, they don't like it. They run away in aversion. Now, if you add the surahs and verses of the 5 references to God, you have a total of 361, 19 times 19. This is the most powerful commandment in the Quran. And it is in the book, the index. You just look at the surah and the verses, add up 361. If you add the one that refers to the Quran, you don't have anything. The system collapses. What does this tell us? Tells us that God says, you follow the Quran alone. And this is what we do here. You ask your jinn companion, is this wrong? Number 3, you ask your jinn companion, does Rashad have any proof? So what's the difference between a real messenger and a fake messenger? The real messenger advocates the worship of God alone, possesses proof, God gave him proof, that you must have no doubt that this proves that this person is a messenger of God. And challenge yourself and challenge your jinn companion. What kind of proof is this? Is it real? Is it fake? Is it solid? Is it physical evidence? Is it true in the Quran? Is it manipulation? Or is it straightforward? You must attack these doubts and end them once and for all. The third question, is he making money from this? Is Rashad Khalifa making money from this? Because this is a condition that is attached to every message of the Quran. If the person is making money from the message he's advocating, there's another issue here. The issue is business and money. And this is why this is one of the most important questions. You must ask your jinn companion, is he making money from this? And unless the claimant meets all these criteria, you have to conclude he's a fake messenger. Now, for our benefit as a family, I must tell you that I see to it that what comes out of my pocket is more than what comes in my pocket in all this. Because if I print Qur'ans and I spend a certain amount of money on it, and then we sell it for prices, I make sure that what I spend is more than what I get. And I go out of my pen through all kinds of painstaking efforts to do that. So this is for our own information. And I think this covers the whole issue. There may be other questions in your mind, but we will always talk about this in the future.